preach, we are to teach, we are to fight. So where you lead me, I will go. Touch my lips, by your strength I will go. I will go where you lead me, I will go.
In and out of situations that are all day long I struggle for the answers that I need, but then I come into His presence in times when temptations cast on me its power, in the tempest of life, on its wide heaving sea, thou blessed rock of ages, am hiding.
day, and thank you for tuning in to the Historic Bible News channel. I am Jessie, and I will bring you today's news. In today's news, the message that it stands out is the message that everyone is talking about. It says, I will go. Let's head into the first story for today. Now, it is being told that the Philistines and the Israelites are at war again. They have gathered in the valley of Elah. It is most likely that the Philistines will win because it is told that their armies are great and big. They have a huge giant called Goliath there. It is told that he is 9 feet tall. But we are not sure if the Israelites might win. You see, they lack soldiers. They lack men that are brave enough to go and fight this giant. But wait, what's that? It's coming into me that I'm live on the scene. I'm being told that there's a young boy called David saying, I will go. Let's head over live to the scene.
Thank you so much, Jessie. We are on the very scene of history's greatest defeats. Israel won the war. David Ben Jessie, what caused you to go when no one else would?
This Philistine dogs stood and spoke against God. Nobody would fight, so I said, I will go.
So, did you have any past experiences?
God gave me a lion and a bear. What is this Philistine dog?
So wait, you're trying to tell me you've never had any past military training? Then how did you do it?
I remembered how God led me in the past. No armor, no weapon, just a sling.
You are a small shepherd boy with such a great victory.
Size doesn't matter. God called us all to be victorious, only if we just say, I will go.
Well, as you hear that, Jessie, God does not look at the outer appearances of a man, but instead he looks at the heart. He doesn't need his people to dress up in fancy armor for them to defeat their enemies. He'll take care of everything if we only just simply say, I will go. Back to you in studio.
There you have it, folks. David said it. Let's hope that we will get one of David's psalms, or he'll release one of them soon for us so we can listen to his new music. You know, he plays the harp and he is a man close to God's heart. Thank you. There is trouble once again in the kingdom of King Xerxes. The previous Queen Vashti was deported from Persia because she would not dance for him when he asked her to. But it is told that his new queen, Queen Esther, is a Jew, is going before him, even though she was not summoned. Now, it is one of the laws that if the queen goes before the king, or if anyone goes before the king without being summoned, that they might be put to death. Now, I do not know what is going on in Esther's mind, or why she would go in front of him without being summoned. But let's hope the king might just pardon her to save her life. Rumor has it that Esther is constantly saying, I will go. God has called me. I must save my people. Let's head over to the scene.
Thank you so much, Jessie. I'm here in the palace in Susha as we wait for Queen Esther as she went into the king's court without a summons. We don't know if she will come out alive, but we are hoping for the best. And there she is right there. Esther, please come have a word with us. Now tell me, weren't you afraid to go into the king's court without a summons?
Yes, I was afraid, but God has called me to go, and He has put me in this place for such a time as this.
Now, when you were in the king's palace, weren't you scared that someone's going to come in, or what was going to happen? What happened in there?
I was afraid, but God was counting on me, so I had to go.
Now, what message do you have for the young girls out there who are just like you, who look up to you?
I have saved a generation through my bravery by saying, I will go. God can use anyone for His plans, and we can fight our fears and bring glory to God by replying, yes, I will go.
Thank you. Well, there you have it, Jessie. We must go when God sends us. Back to you in studio.
Like Esther, God has a plan for you. He is working behind scenes. Have the courage to say, I will go, and let God light your world. In other news, Moses is still on the run from the authorities of Egypt. He has fled for his safety, and became a shepherd boy several hundred miles east from Egypt. It is said that God has called Moses while he was working, and he was trying to locate him near the burning bush. We don't know where he is, but I think he's by the burning bush. Joyce, is that you? Okay, let's head over to Joyce. She'll tell us more.
Thank you so much, Jessie. We are on the scene. Everything looks quiet. No trace of fire anywhere. But we did bring a fire extinguisher just in case the fire starts to burn again. We haven't seen Moses anywhere, but we are going up the mountain to see if we can find him or not. Moses, where are you?
Take off your shoes.
Oh, there you are. You gave me such a scare. We are from Historical News, and we are here to ask you about the calling from God for you to go back to Egypt. Is it true?
Yes. I was at work, tending the sheep. When I noticed the burning, that's when God asked me to go.
So wait, hold on. God knows you are the most wanted person in Egypt right now. Can he really still ask you to go?
Yes, I will go. But with God. I won't go alone unless he leads the way.
Then what is the difference?
It is God's presence that made the Israelites or any person distinct from the nations around them. God will never disappoint us if we have faith in him. I know there are fearful times where we don't feel it, but God will never leave us. Take that in heart. That's why I can proudly say, I will go.
Well, good luck with your journey back to Egypt. Back to you guys in studio.
You see, folks, it is God's presence that makes the journey of life bearable, isn't it? Our God knows us personally. He knows our names. He cares for our every need. Why would we want to go anywhere without him? In the news from the New Testament, the hard-working fishermen of Galilee have laid down their nets. Their boats are empty, and they have not caught fish for days. We are wondering what is going on with them. They have said that with the catch of the day, the people of Galilee reported that they are now fishers of men. We don't know what this means. What is it to fishermen? We don't know. But all that they are telling us, or that all that we know, is that they are saying, I will go follow the Savior. Let's head over live to the scene to see what's happening.
Well, thanks, Jessie. Let me ask these kids what's going on. Hi, everyone. What's going on?
One day by the water, out of the blue sea, the fish just went biting. The net was so empty. Then Jesus came and said, "So cast your net to the other side. Go fish, fishing for the Lord. Go fish, people now go fish, people now go fish, go."
Well, Jessie, I am here with two brothers, fishermen actually, James and John, from the company Zebediah and Sons. James, John, what made you drop your nets behind? What did your teacher exactly say that made you to do this?
He said we must follow him and he will make us fishers of men.
Fishers of men? What does that mean?
Jesus calls up people to follow him, and if we choose to follow him, we'll be his living demonstrations and will help others to learn to know him.
Here comes Peter.
Peter?
Peter, that reporter wants to know why we have become fishers of men.
Listen to me very carefully, because I will not repeat this again. This is the Messiah who calls, who saves, who commissions. This is the calling he gave to us. So let us be faithful and do it. Like the fishermen, we must know the North Star, the pointing orientation in our ministry. And this is the call Jesus gave when he tells them Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.
Well, I will not ask too many questions, for these people look like passionate, bold, high justice, and low mercy types. Reports have actually said that James and John are called sons of thunder, where they can call fire to any place they want. Well, back to you guys in studio, because I'm out of here.
Thank you, Rejoice. The message is clear. The greatest calling of all. Make no mistake, the greatest of calling in the world is to be called by Jesus to proclaim the gospel to the world. Please understand, everyone is called. Now, it's your choice. Will you answer, I will go? Our next story comes from the land of Moab. Ruth didn't have a vast army or great nation. She didn't do grand miracles. She didn't have a big mystery or drew large crowds. But Ruth is the only woman one of the two women in the Bible that have a book in the Bible named after her. She is one of the 4 women who have the distinction of being named in the genealogy of Jesus. So what is so special about Ruth? Why does she have a book named after her? Let's cross over live to the reporter and see.
Thank you, Jesse. I'm here in the town of Bethlehem, where they say that a Moabite woman has superpowers. And what is that superpower? Her integrity. Now, Ruth, please tell me what made you decide to go with Naomi instead of staying in your own land?
No, we were given option to go back with her or stay in Moab. Oprah came with, but then later turned back.
Now, how is your relationship with your mother-in-law? It is a good one, or?
Yes, it was. Yes, I love her mother-in-law, and had a good compassion with her. Seeing her that she has not only lost her husband but both of her sons, I can't bear to part up with Naomi.
Now, Naomi, is that true? Do you guys have a good relationship?
Oh yes, I have a wonderful relationship with my daughter-in-law. You see, when I lost my son, I was devastated, and Ruth has always been by my side. I have lost both my sons, but I've gained a daughter.
That is really beautiful. Now, I just have one more question for you, Ruth. Everyone has been wondering this. Do you have a crush on Boaz?
No comments.
Well, you've heard it here, that integrity can be a superpower when you do it for God and when you say you will go. Back to you in studio, Jesse.
You see, folks, God will give you the grace, the strength, and the courage to live out His will and to become His leader. He has called you to be one of His leaders. So guys, let's say, I will go. We will now have the weather and sports up next after the break.
It finally started to rain in the city where Noah lives. The people in the city have not seen rain, and weather predicted that it will still rain for 40 days and 40 nights. There will be a great flood in this area. Find it in Exodus. There is a cold front moving in over Ben Hadad with 100% possibility of rain because Elijah prayed for rain. Heavy stormy winds are blowing over the sea, leading to Malta. The weatherman warned travelers on the sea to not travel this way. Paul of Tarsus is on a ship heading that way. Paul will encounter a shipwreck. Revelation 16 verse 21 predicts a hailstorm with hail that weighs about 100 pounds. That's our weather report today, and please remember that in good or bad weather, God's word must still be preached, and you can still answer, I will go. Over to you, Jesse.
Thank you, Anita, for that weather report. We will now have the sports by Lebu.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lebu, and I'm going to be your commentator today. As you can see, the weather is not really going okay out there, but we're going to try and make the match go away. The team's name, it's going to be, the team's name is Heaven's Gates and the Devil's Boys. The the game is going this way. In the Heaven's Gate, Adam is really a good defender out there, and he's playing really nicely there, and he passes over the ball towards Noah, and Noah is really running with the gospel ball. He's running with it. The devil is close towards him with the ball, but the beautiful pass to Noah. He passes the ball to Noah, and Noah really passes. It goes straight up to Abraham, and Abraham takes the ball and he circles a little bit and just he's doing really good things out there. It's really firing. You can see the fans are really doing really big shoutouts. And Moses takes the ball, and Pharaoh wants to tackle him, but when things are not really going well, but he's just passing over the ball towards David. And David is dribbling around. He's really dribbling, and he dribbles the ball towards Ace. He's giving out trouble to everyone. Just the middle fielder, he's dribbling everyone there. He passes the ball to Daniel. Daniel, look at him, look at Daniel. He's relaxing there. Okay. He gives the ball to Jesus. He passes the ball to Jesus, and Jesus is just the substitute out there, and he's giving over to Paul. He's giving the ball to Paul, and Paul is really going forward. He's going forward. He's there in the 18th area. He passes over to Ellen G. White. Ellen G. White is going to go with the generation and then passes over to everyone in the world. Ellen G. White passes the ball to the 18th area. In the 18th area there, who's going to tackle, who's going to take the ball? I will go, but who's going to join me? That's it for our match today. Over to you, Jason.
We have come to an end of our news for the day. Let me just take you through all the highlights. Esther said, I will go. Even though she was not called or summoned by the king, she still went. David said he will go. Even though no one wanted to go, he went. Moses said he will go as long as God leads the way. Ruth said, I will go find God. The disciples said, let's go and follow him. Now, it's up to us. What will we say? Will we say, I will go? My name is Jessie Katz, and that's your news for today. Stay blessed.
I hope each moment that you have spent with Jesus Christ has been a great moment. But let's not leave the joy and the spiritual fulfillment we have gained in this week. Let us carry it on with us in our lives, knowing that wherever we go, we do not go alone, but Jesus Christ goes with us. So our response to the call of Jesus Christ, I will go, is not in vain, as when we go with him. So when we say I will go, we have the assurance that Jesus Christ is going with us. Go with Jesus and have a blessed time with him. Amen.
I will go.